All right, cool. So you posted today that you're enjoying your retirement after being a carpenter, but you started a new chapter in your life helping people fix their credit. Tell us all about this new venture of yours.
Absolutely. It talk about blessings coming, and when you pray for certain things, blessings come, and they may be disguised as something you don't really recognize. Thus, credit restoration. I always knew it was important, but I was never taught financial literacy in school, as a lot of us weren't. This company here has been around since 2004. Word of mouth only. You'd never see a commercial advertising about them, but they're the real deal, brother. We have 12 outstanding services that are life-changing. And I always tell Raider Nation, I've got a special deal for you that I can offer you. Come on board, get your finances in order, leave a legacy for your kids and your kids' kids. Just change your life completely.
And you said that recruitment's been going well, right?
It's going well, brother. The nation has seen my posts, and they've seen it consistently, and they're reaching back.
All right, now, so on top of that, you have your signature V57 cigars for sale, as well as merchandise on motorsports.com. Talk about your V57 cigars and motorsports.com.
The V57s was the byproduct of someone I didn't even know, a cigar manufacturer, who watched me always post up on social media enjoying a nice cigar and a glass of bourbon or whatever, you know. But they posed to me this question: why are you posting somebody else's cigars when you should have your own? And I kind of ignored the whole gesture for about a week or so, never returned a call or a text, but they were persistent. And it was another blessing coming, and I was like, before I turned my back on it, something said, hear the guy out and talk to him. So after doing that, it's been about 2 years now, and, just selling them word of mouth. But they're, like I say, a private blend that's made for me to just raise my brand, so to speak. And like I said, it's been a blessing, Homer. That's my way of relaxing after a long day. And sometimes during game day, I just do it just as part of my ritual. But awesome cigars. So anybody that's into that, brothers and sisters, just hit me up at Violator57 on Twitter.
All right, cool. And then motorsports.com. I got to say, I bought the Just Do You, You Can't F That Up shirt. I love that shirt. It really touches the heart, So talk about motorsports.com.
Motorsports is my baby, so to speak. I'm an old Johnny Quest freak from when I was a kid. So I fell in love with Komodo dragons. So when I was competing in bodybuilding back in the 80s, I didn't want to wear what everybody else had. I wanted my own stuff. So being an artist, I said, you know what? I'm going to draw my own designs and put them on my sweatshirt or whatever it was. That's how it started. So motorsports is that. It's sports apparel for the fitness enthusiasts, and the Just Do You type shirts or pick up face shirts are my positive messages that I feel are lacking in today's society. So I'm always reaching for Generation Next, in that respect, giving them something visual. And even people my age will see it and it speaks to them. And that's the kind of designs that I come up with. Stuff that makes you think, food for thought, so to speak, because there's enough foolishness out there being printed. Put something that's got some spiritual nature to it that will make you stop and hesitate for a second and take a look at your own self in the mirror.
Amen to that, man. That's cool, man. Yeah, because the branding age is here, right? Social media, YouTube, all that. So yeah, to put something with some spirituality, I guess, like you're saying, behind it, that's cool. Something that touches somebody's heart and resonates with them, and not just just something that you're selling. So that's a real cool idea.
Or something that's trending. These designs, I design them to surpass time, man. They will never have to change. They still mean the same thing years down the road.
Raiders! Woo! It's game day. Game day, Raider Nation. It's game day. Man, I'm excited. It's Chiefs week. We have to beat the Chiefs, right? Come on, we have to. These are our hated enemies. I cannot stand the Chiefs. I cannot stand them. They are on top of the division, of course, right? They're playing well. So, if we want to be champions, we got to beat them. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Oh, it makes me want to throw up in my mouth when I say that, but it's true. All right, and so this week, we're going to start off with our 3 keys of victory with me and Talking Raider Shield. And then we're going to hear from KC Warrior, who was kind enough to come on the channel. We went through a lot backstage to get everything recorded, but he'll be back, the next game also. So we'll show some love to KC Warrior. And then we're going to hear from Asylum. Asylum, he works with me on the Raider Nation Music Television. He's worked with me on the Raider Invasion podcast. You all know who he is. He's a guy that wears the cage on his head. So he's a real cool guy. And then we're going to hear from T3 Raider Facts. So those are our guests for today's show. Pretty short show, but that's the way it is. And we all got to get to the game. I will be at the South Austin Beer Garden today with the Austin chapter of the Black Hole. So, we're looking forward to having y'all come out and watch the game with us. All right, now, with all that being said, let's get to 3 Keys to the Victory. Hello, Raider Nation. Welcome to 3 Keys to Victory with Raider Homer and Talking Raider Shield. It's Chiefs Week, Raider Nation, and we got to get this W. And here with me today is Talking Raider Shield to help me figure out how we're going to do it with his 3 Keys to Victory. So how you doing, Talking Raider Shield?
I'm doing great. It's game day. Couldn't be more excited to be hanging out with you in the Raider Nation. It's great to be back for another episode.
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure to have you. This is fun, man. I'm glad that the software is up and running again, and we got the Talking Raider Shield.
Yes, sir.
All right, so with that being said, what are your 3 keys to victory?
Okay, well, let's start off with this. The Raiders are going to have to play flawless on both sides of the ball. And what does that mean? Well, first we have to make the most out of every drive on offense. Get first downs and score touchdowns in the red zone. Because field goals, they're not going to get us there, as we saw last week. We're going to have to steal a play from Cobra Kai playbook, and we're going to have to strike first, strike hard, and show no mercy. Second, our defense needs to figure it out. And I know that sounds pretty vague, but I just don't know how else to put it. I'm not sure if it's the coaching or the players, but I'm pretty sure it's a combination of both. Our guys have to figure it out and work together, because I guarantee you, if we play anything like we have the past couple of games, we're going to get torched through the air and on the ground. So, yeah, I wish it was just one thing that I could put my finger on, but sadly our entire defensive unit was confused. And all it takes is just one play, and we could be down by a score in a blink of an eye. Third, and again, this is both sides of the ball, and something I know that you brought up on a few occasions, don't commit stupid penalties. Now, I know you, like the rest of us, go absolutely insane when we see those penalty flags fly, like the one last week that cost us a touchdown. Wasted effort and energy. That takes precious momentum away and brings us all down, and we can't afford to do it in any game, especially against our division rivals. And those are my keys for you all today.
Hey, brother, that sounds great. Great game plan. Now, for me, we have to be, number one, we have to be more physical. We have to out-physical the Chiefs on both sides of the ball. You cannot get driven back into the quarterback if you're an offensive lineman in this game. And also on defense, you got to get off the block and get to the point of attack quickly and ready to hit. Lay the wood on these guys on every single play. Wear them out. Let them know that, yes, while they're defending Super Bowl champions, we want that title. So hit them in the mouth and hit them hard. All right, number 2, Carr has to have his best game, period. He has 2 fourth-quarter comebacks, and that's the only 2 wins that we've had versus the Chiefs since 2012. So that's a long time of losing, man. So we got to turn it around. But when Carr gets a chance to get a fourth quarter comeback, he can do it against the Chiefs, and he's proven it. So our defense, man, just keep it close. and give the ball back to Carr with 2 minutes to go and a chance to win. And then we can get this win with Carr playing well. All right, now on number 3, the defense can bend but must not break. Hold the Chiefs to at least 3 field goals in this game, and we have a shot of winning this game. Now, those are my 3 keys to victory. What do you think, Talking Raider Shield?
So I completely agree with you. You know, and I know a lot of fans already have us beat, and I'm not gonna lie, I have some doubts too. But you know, I'm always the optimist, and we've seen crazier things happen, right?
Oh yeah. So what's the score on the way out of here?
Well, if we're gonna win this, we're gonna need lots of points. You know, unless Gunther and the defense, you know, hear our prayers. You know, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to, like you said, we're gonna have to have the last possession. You know, give Carr the ball. You know, the last couple minutes, and we're gonna have to find a way to score 35 points. And I know every week I quote a high score, but that's because I know that, you know, our defense is, you know, doesn't look very strong, and I know we're gonna have to score big, especially against these Chiefs. So if we're gonna win, we got to score 35 points. So I'm saying 35-31.
Cool, yeah. It's not realistic, right? If you're thinking about it from a football side of things, you know. So if we lose, probably we'll lose something like 35-21. But if we win, it's going to be a shootout with Carr playing his best game, and it'll be something like 42-35, something like that, if we beat the Chiefs
Yeah,
this week. So I'm going to give a win
yeah.
and a loss how I would see it going down. But before we get out of here, Talking Raider Shield, tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media.
Oh, well, I am Raider Mark, the Talking Raider Shield, but my friends on Facebook call me Mark Reyes. And that's how you can find me and see what I'm up to. So we'll see you guys next week.
All right, cool. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you for tuning in this morning, Raider Nation. Shout out to Damage Incorporated, Raider Nation in Scotland, worldwide Raider Nation in the house, man. Love it. I love it. Yeah, man. Mark Reyes, I appreciate you coming on the channel and helping out, man. The pregame show is always fun when we get to talk to the Talking Raider Shield. But yeah, guys, we got to be more physical than the Chiefs, man. We got to beat the shit out of the Chiefs, right? We have to hit them in the mouth and make them not want to play. That's the, you know, we have a competitive team, but we're we need to be healthy, you know, and we need to make the play, right? We can execute the plays. Obviously, our offense can move the ball up and down the field. The next step is to make a play. Get that 10-yard slant route, bring in that catch and make somebody miss and take it to the house. That's called making a play on defense. Blow up your offensive lineman in front of you, get to the quarterback, rake that ball out, recover the fumble. You know, just like the Bills did to us. We were in that game. It was a punch, you know, a puncher's fight. We were going back and forth, right? Until we made those mistakes and fumbled the ball twice in the second half. And that's what killed us. But we got to be able to force those as a defense. And bend but don't break, right? Bend but don't break. The Chiefs are going to move the ball. They're a great offense, but when they get in the red zone, play tight defense, man. Hold them to a field goal and give our offense a chance to score points and score more points than them, man. Hit them in the mouth. And Derek Carr, get it done today, man. You know, you talk about being just tired of being disrespected and things. Well, today is the day, brother. You can do this, man. You can blow the doors off of the Chiefs if you play well, man, and have the courage that I know you got, brother. All right, cool. So, we gave our shout out to the chat line, man. Don't forget, I'll be at the South Austin Beer Garden with the Austin, Texas chapter of the Black Hole today, watching the game. Make sure you show up if you're in Austin and you're watching. So, we'd love to have you come over, man. All right, now, with that being said, let's go behind enemy lines with KC Warrior. All right, Raider Nation, it's time to go behind enemy lines with KC Warrior. How you doing today, KC Warrior?
I'm doing good, Raider Homer. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. It's game day. Chiefs week. We got to get this win. And so somehow, some way.
Well, I hate to say that, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, you guys may have Derek Carr and John Gruden as your coach, but you guys don't have Patrick Mahomes, the league MVP and Super Bowl MVP, and Andy Reid. So you're out of luck, my friend.
Enough of that. Let's find out how you became a Chiefs fan.
Well, first off, it started back in 1993. I was 5 years old at the time, and 1993 was also the year that Joe Montana came to Kansas City after doing his thing in San Francisco, and but him coming to Kansas City wasn't my only inspiration of becoming a fan. It was actually because of my grandfather. He had been a lifelong Chiefs fan ever since the team came to Kansas City after being in Dallas. I think it was like in 1963 or something like that.
Way back.
So he didn't have to preach twice to his grandkids about how to be a fan, which was one, be loud, and two, always hate the Raiders.
Whoa. No, sir. Raiders for life. Raiders for life.
Hey.
But hey, I've been known to hate the Chiefs, so I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you either. So that's how I beat. So ever since 1993, I became a fan. And unfortunately, just about a few years back, my grandfather had died from a stroke. And the last I saw him, I think it was probably maybe a few weeks before he died. I said to him, Grandpa, I know you probably can't talk, but I know you can hear me. I just want to say I love you so much. And when the day comes that the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl and win it, I'm going to be thinking about you. And sure enough, 3 years later, this past February, that happened. And it was a very emotional night for me, but also for my family, because I know that all my cousins were thinking about him during that game and celebrating everything. So that really meant a lot to me more than anything.
Yeah, man. My condolences, man. But hey, it's in your blood then, huh? Being a Chiefs fan, that's awesome.
Agreed.
All right, cool. So, like I said earlier, we got to get this win. But we're facing the Super Bowl champs with the MVP, all that other garbage you were spewing. But you know what? It's any given Sunday. Y'all are coming off a short week now. We're tired of losing, as you've heard.
Right.
Talk to me about the Chiefs. Where are they at this year?
Well, I guess from a champion's perspective, you go from being sort of being hunters to the hunted, if you take my meaning for that. But our team, so far, I mean, we're off to a pretty good start. I mean, I know that there's some things that the team still has to work on in regards to defensively, and and also like trying to get our rookie running back going, because I mean, I'm not much of I don't do fantasy football, but I know a lot of my friends are having our running back and like some of our players in their fantasy picks. So other than that, I mean, we'll be all right. I mean, we got through possibly like the hardest part of our schedule, so hopefully we can just continue this roll onto like getting back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So how's y'all's injury list looking?
I haven't really paid much attention to our injury list. All I just know is that we're, I guess, in a sense, like with I think one of our third or fourth string quarterback, like trying to recover from COVID-19. I mean, we should be pretty healthy and ready to go to face you guys.
Yeah, okay, because man, we're getting some of our guys back today. We're getting Ruggs back. Trent Brown's supposed to play, so we're ready. Our defense we're missing Arnett, so we know y'all gonna attack the rookie Nevin Lawson or some of the other young guys on over there. But
Right.
Trayvon Mullen's been playing well, so we're hoping he can help with what's that guy's name that beat that kid? Oh my God, what's his name again?
Our running back, you mean?
No, the wide receiver.
Our wide receiver. If you're talking about Tyreek Hill, then
Yeah,
yes.
There you go. That's how much I know about the Chiefs. But Tyreek Hill, though, hopefully Trayvon Mullen can shut him down. That's what
Right.
I'm worried about. that guy going, taking the top off the defense because Eric Harris has been playing. He's been struggling back there in coverage. So if we can, we got to shut him down. That's for sure. But we're
Right.
having, Nick Kwiatkowski. He's back. So hopefully that'll help with that rookie running back that y'all got. But yeah, so Patrick Mahomes, what have the defenses been doing? Like, they were pretty much the Patriots. They kind of put a book out on how to stop y'all, right?
Well, I guess in a sense, how Bill Belichick is known for, like, trying to put up some defensive schemes, like how to try to beat like some of those big teams like us, for example. And compared to how we played against the LA Chargers, well, I think in a sense, some teams have like kind of just done what they've always did, is just like try to run it, like, run the football, since technically we're not much of a good like running defense in a sense. But like I said, defensive wise, like against the Patriots, we struggled, but like I said, anything could happen in sports, and particularly in football. So I guess during like that second half, we just kind of just buckled down and just like made some quick plays. And I will say this, like that pick six that Tyrann Mathieu got, that pretty much just signified that, we may have some flaws, but we're just going to keep at it, continue to get better.
Yeah, Chris Jones. I'm curious if he's coming back too. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't
Well,
know.
I know that Chris Jones did. I know he didn't play this in the game against New England, but I haven't really heard anything. So hopefully we'll have him ready to face you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, no, today, man, today,
Or
right?
today. Sorry, it's been a long day.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, cool. So you got a score? What do you think? How are we gonna win? What's the score gonna be for the Raiders beating the
Well,
Chiefs?
I'm not much good with score predictions, but I would say Chiefs 35, Raiders 10.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Man, dude. No, man. Well, I think I had us. I don't know if I'm gonna be realistic. If we lost, it would be something like probably 35-21, something like that. If we lose to y'all today, but if we beat
Right.
y'all, it's gonna be a shootout, like 42-35. So I'm hoping that if we get in the shootout, let's go all the way. We just need to get the ball back in Derek Carr's hand with 2 minutes to go. Come on, defense, keep that game close, keep the score close, and we can come back with 2 minutes to go. Derek Carr's done it plenty of times. So,
Right. Right.
all
So I
right.
guess you're curious to how I became the Warrior, right?
Oh, did we not get into that? Hell yeah, I'm
No.
curious. My bad, bro. Tell me.
So yeah, it's all good. Well, um, I think it was also in that started back in 2017, which was around the time when my grandfather was in the middle of having his health problems, like with his stroke and all. Um, me and a good friend of mine from the Lake of the Ozarks, his name is Jamie Killam. He and I were talking the other day, and like one day, and we were so enthusiastic about how a lot of teams, or actually a lot of fan bases, would like go out of their way to to paint their faces, or like doing these costumes, show they love their team, but to also be very ambitious. And also, so we were talking about what we should do, how to become super fans. And well, since me and Jamie we are diehard wrestling fans, we decided to go down that route. And how the Warrior came to play was I remember watching a promo one day of the Ultimate Warrior in painting his face red, yellow, and black, which is primarily the Chiefs colors. And I saw that and I thought, wow, that's actually pretty amazing. and so I so I decided, I'll debut the Warrior for the next time. Well, we faced the Raiders, which was 2017. It was like about the month of, it was a December game. Now that I take it, and I debuted it, paint my face and all, and well, the Warrior was born.
Nice.
And so,
nice.
I mean, I paint my face like sometimes, but there are times when I just don't have the time to do that. I just put the mask on, and pretty much the Warrior has been pretty much one of the really popular a fan out in Arrowhead, especially like going around getting the crowd pumped up for a game and all, and it's a pretty special feeling.
That's awesome, man.
Special feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, I was telling you earlier that there's the Ultimate Raider. And so hopefully someday, you can make it to Vegas when the Chiefs go to Vegas. And there's a wrestling ring like in this mall. I think the mall's called the Boulevard. But y'all can go in there and wrestle, man. That would be badass.
I'll definitely take that up next time I come to Vegas.
Okay, I got my money on the Ultimate Raider though.
Well, if I bring my crew if I bring my Chiefs Army crew, which I also have my friend Jamie, he goes by the Stinger, which is his node to the wrestler Sting. Have him come, have him and some of my crew.
We got Oakland Raider Savage too, who does the Macho Man Randy Savage thing. Y'all could do a tag team match. Oh man, I'm gonna broadcast it. I'm gonna broadcast it. I'll be there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on the channel, dude, and sharing your story. I know we got a little mixed up, but hey, at least you got the story out there, So hopefully we get this win today versus the Chiefs. Raiders. I'm pumped, man.
Ain't gonna happen. All I could say is, after we beat you, how about those Chiefs?
Oh, boo! Oh no! Oh my God! All right, man. Well, hey, tell the Raider Nation how they can find you on social media.
So yeah, if you want, if any of you Raiders fans or like any like team super fans in general, if you want to find me, you can find me on those platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat. It's how to find me on those. It's KC Warrior 8552. I said both Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
Hey, go ahead.
Making a little bit of some friends outside of football.
Hey, you were breaking up. Say that again.
So yeah, if any Raiders fans or like any super fans in general that want to like follow me on social media, my social media name is it's KC Warrior 8552. So it's on both my social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. So if you guys want to like hit me up, talk about football or anything in general, just holler at me.
Cool. Hey, and don't forget, I'm doing that Halloween costumes and the Halloween party and the Halloween costume drive. So, if you can show up online when I'm broadcasting it and donate, man, that'd be awesome.
Well, yeah, of course.
All right, cool. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the Raider Homer channel. And go Raiders!
Go Chiefs!
I'm going to end this call right now. All right, Raider Nation. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thank you, KC Warrior, for coming on. Hey, man, it's all about showing love, right? Hate the team, not the fan. Hate the team, not the fan. Yeah, man. Hey, we got to beat the Chiefs. We got to beat the Chiefs today, man. Let's go into the bye week at 3-2. We got Ruggs coming back. We got Brown coming back. Derek Carr has been playing well. Hold on to the ball. Let's force some turnovers. Let's play physical. Let's run the rock. Gruden ball, baby. Come on, we got to have our defense show up. If we want to beat the Chiefs, we got to have a badass defense, man. We have to do it. We don't want to be hearing all that. Oh, we don't want to hear that shit, man. None of that, man. We want Oakland Raiders Savage in the house coming off the top rope. Boom! Hey, man, I hope you caught the end of that, dude. What's up, Raider Squid? We got Raider Screaming here. Antoine Anthony, what's up, brother? Good to see the Black Hole Austin, Texas chapter in here. Once again, we're going to be watching the game at the South Austin Beer Garden. So show up if you're watching this and you're in Austin or in the Central Texas area. We're trying to work Killeen, Austin, and San Antonio into this. Of course, Houston and Dallas also. But TNBC and SCRN and Texas Raider Nation, they're doing good things also. So make sure y'all check them out. But yeah, oh man, that would be badass, right? The tag team challenge. Ooh, man. Like I said, Ultimate Raider coming off the top. Boom! Oakland Raider Savage coming off the top. Bah! Oh man, let's get it. Let's get it done, y'all. Vegas. When the Chiefs come to Vegas, we could do that. Let's do that, hopefully. All right, cool. Shout out to the chat line, Raider Squid, Oakland Raider Savage, Raider Scream, Antoine Anthony. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get on to the next segment, which is the Raider Nation perspective with the one known as Asylum. All right, Raider Nation, it's time for the Raider Nation perspective. And today, we're hearing from the one known as Asylum. How you doing, Si?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Homer?
I'm doing well, man. Last week, tough loss. I thought, though, that the biggest takeaway from last week was the fact that we had the depth to compete, right? Our team competed. Made a few mistakes at the end of the game, turning over the ball twice that can be corrected. But we had the team.
Even that callback, even that touchdown that was called back too.
Yeah.
We had the refs against us that game too.
Yeah, the penalty for Jacobs lowering his head, which he hit the guy with his shoulder. That changed the momentum of the game. But again, our team is young, and they want to play. They did not give up. A lot of people, people were talking about the junk yards that we got, but let's just remember that Derek Carr can get the junk yards and he can get the fourth quarter comeback. So, our defense needs to bounce back this week from last week's loss. So how do you see that happening? What would it take for them to bounce back and beat the Chiefs? Because we can't lose. We don't want to lose 3 games in a row. We would love to go into the bye week at 3-2, but we gotta face the Chiefs, man. They've been kicking our ass since 2012. They're 2-14. Well, we're 2-14 against them since 2012. The only 2 wins that we've had are the 2 fourth quarter comebacks from Derek Carr in Oakland. So that was, that was 2017 and 2014. So it's been rough. So how do we get the win this weekend, though?
Well, the best way to do it is we need to pull a Tanya Harding on Patrick Mahomes.
Hey.
Then we got the game handed to us.
Well, you going to volunteer for that, right?
I'll volunteer for that.
Nice.
I'll volunteer for that. We'll go get that handled, and then we can do that. No, in all reality, we really got to do like we did to the Saints. We really need to put long drives together, keep Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, all them off the field as long as we can, score touchdowns, and then the defense needs to be able to, get off the field, get them in 3rd and long and actually get off the field so we could turn around and play, 10, 12, 14 play drives together that keeps them off the field. If we keep them off the field, then they can't be scoring on us.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. And yeah, 10, 12, offensive play drives, that would be perfect. It sounds like we're going to be running the ball then, right? I was thinking a high-scoring game if we win.
That's what we got to do. We got to move the chains. And then when we get into the red zone, we need to score touchdowns because we know how Patrick Mahomes is, and he's going to be putting up touchdowns. So, field goals ain't going to do it here. A couple here or there, but we need to get in the end zone.
See, and I'm thinking on defense, our guys, we got to hold them to field goals. Bend but don't break at least 2 or 3 drives. Instead of allowing touchdowns, hold them to field goals so that our offense can keep us in the game, But that's where our defense...
We need to get... I was just going to say, we need to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen it, we've seen it this year. When he's got pressure on him, other teams have been able to get off the field and get their offense on. We need pressure on Mahomes, and we just need to keep him off the field.
Yeah. You know, I guess there was like a cornerback by committee last week, where taking Arnett's place. You know, some of our guys took Arnett's place. You know, I can see the Chiefs attacking that weakness very much this weekend, a whole lot this weekend or today, I should say.
Well,
But
they're going to test the linebackers with Kelsey. You know they're going to do that. You know the
Right.
linebackers. You know the whole linebacker coach need to step up. You know, Corey Littleton, the dude, Nick,
Kukowski.
who's the other one, Morrow
Oh
or
yeah, Morrow.
whoever
Yeah.
else we got. They the running backs. Kelsey. Don't give up the middle of the field. And
Yeah. This should be Corey
for
Little. This could be a Corey Littleton big time game. You know, if he can keep Kelsey to under 100 yards. You know, try to keep him to under 80 yards. You know, get a few
we keep
pass
them under
breakups on
50
third
yards and we'll do
down.
great.
Huh?
So if we can keep them under 50 yards, we'll be doing great.
Right. Right. You know, that's Littleton. Littleton, and then we need
Don't give up the big
Kukowski.
pass to Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
no,
cannot get burned. Cannot get burned.
no, we can't get burnt. Keep them. We got to watch out for Hilaire and then Mahomes too running. But if we could keep 2 of the 3 down, I think that's a recipe for success.
Now they've said that the last couple of weeks they were playing more of a contained pass rush. Responsible for certain gaps and not letting the quarterback break the pocket. But I mean, do you think we should? The quarterback must go down and he must go down hard, right? We can't really do that against Patrick
Yep.
Mahomes, right? Because he's still going to be able to extend the play. So go after him, pin your ears back and go after him, right?
No, just pressure. I mean, it's been shown. If you get him pressure, you get him constantly moving, constantly thinking. He doesn't have the time to make those plays that kill. That he makes that kills teams.
Yeah.
If you just constantly got him pressured and going down, constantly being hit. No quarterback likes to be hit. So hit him hard, and before you know it, he's starting to hear those footsteps.
Now, do you think that Gruden can outcoach Andy Reid?
Yeah, Andy Reid, yes, I think he can, but he's going to have to go into a bag of tricks. He's going to have to make changes throughout the game. He's not going to be able to come in with the same game plan that he starts, with the first possession and continue it all the way down into the fourth quarter. He's going to have to make some adjustments and go from there. He's just going to have to adjust to what Andy Reid's giving him. And I think he can outcoach Andy Reid.
Cool. So yeah, Ruggs, he's listed as questionable. Trent Brown's listed as questionable. Certainly they're going to play if they're listed as questionable. How much of an edge does Ruggs give us coming into Kansas City?
Well, Ruggs, just like Tyreek Hill, if he's in, I know we haven't got many passes to him and everything, but it's that deep threat. It's just the fact of you have to put that double coverage on him. It's plain and simple. You cannot just do single coverage on him because just like they got Tyreek Hill, what happens when he gets single coverage? You get burnt. They're going to have to turn around and put somebody else, chip them, do whatever they have to. They're going to have to pay attention to Ruggs if he's in the game.
Oh yeah, and then Trent Brown quite listed as questionable. We need his help. Him and Gabe on the right side. They make one hell of a right side of a line. Those two playing well together.
They do.
We need to hit these guys. We need to drive off the ball and hit these guys every single down. And Trent Brown's got that hitting body. Denzel Good did a great job stepping up and playing right tackle, but we need Trent Brown back. That way, that puts Good back over there at the left guard where, he was originally the backup. But Incognito should be back too after the bye week. But of course, this doesn't help us, in this game. But Trent Brown being back,
I thought he had
no,
Achilles injury. Usually those.
No, he's on IR. They were saying 3 weeks at first, but I don't know. That's what I heard. It was 3 weeks at first. But
oh no, because we need Incognito back too. He's a big piece of that offensive line.
But with Trent Brown returning, that's gonna definitely help with the pressure coming from Kansas City. They got that Clark guy.
Ronnie, I just hope that as long as he's been out, that he's in the right shape to be able to do the job. He's been out for quite a while between the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean that's the tough thing. He's definitely not gonna be in football shape. When he's coming back from that calf injury, so we need him to be at least he's got to last all 4 quarters. We need him. Hopefully, he's ready. But yeah, that was 2 great additions to our team. Like I said earlier, we had the depth to compete. These guys compete. Aguilar competed. Zay Jones had a few good catches. Of course, Renfro, right? He went off last week. I expect him to have a big week this week.
Renfro.
Yeah, he's got to have a big week this week because Derek Carr is starting to trust Renfro. He's trusting him now. Derek Carr, in my mind, he's trusting his body, right? He ran he ran for 20 yards last game. The one where he dove for the first down was the one that caught my attention. I think that kind of let him know that his body's back. Because remember, he kind of wiggled and slipped under the tackle, and then he got driven into the ground. So the defender hit him. So he believes in his body again. So I'm thinking, yeah, Derek Carr, big game, defense bend but don't break, and then fire off the ball and hit him on every play, hit. But
and the key thing on offense. It ain't all about fucking the big chunk. It's just keep moving those chains.
Right. Yeah, got to keep moving the chains.
Keep moving those chains, get to that red zone, and then score.
Hell yeah. All right, so what's score? You got a score for us on the way out?
I'm gonna say 31-30 Raiders.
All right, cool. I got 2 because it's I'm not too sure we're gonna win this game, but I want us to very much so. So I've been saying if we win, it's going to be 42-35. But if we lose, it's going to be something like 35-21. It's going to be ugly. But if we win this game, it's going to be a fourth quarter comeback style game, where we get the ball back and we score a touchdown and that's the game. But yeah, that's what I got.
That works for me.
All right, cool. So before I let you out of here, tell the Raider Nation where they find you on social media.
On Facebook, they can find me under Asylum. On Instagram, it's 77 Asylum is 77. And same thing on Twitter, 77 Asylum is 77.
All right, cool. Appreciate you for coming on the Raider Homer channel, brother.
Not a problem, brother.
All right, switching over. Oh, y'all might have heard that. Shout out to the chat line. Oakland Raiders Savage has us at 38-36 Raiders. Last second field goal closes it out for Al Davis. Man, that would be great considering that, Al passed just a couple days ago in 2011. It was the anniversary of his passing. And when he passed in 2011, of course, we all remember that we went to Houston and we beat the Texans. So it would be great if we could beat the Chiefs this week for Al and go into the bye week 3-2. Man, 1 game over 500. That would be great. Let's take a look at the chat line again. Shout out to Oakland Raiders Savage, Antoine Anthony, Louis Godot is in here, Raider Squid. Let's see. And then, of course, we have Damage Incorporated, Raider Nation Scotland, worldwide this morning, Raider Nation. Thanks for showing up, man. Yeah, make sure you check out all the guests from today's show, Asylum, KC Warrior, and Mark Reyes. You can find them all on social media, and I have them tagged on my post in Facebook. So go and check that out and follow them. Like I said earlier, we're going to be watching the game today at the South Austin Beer Garden. And that is the official chapter of the Black Hole here in Austin, Texas. So come join the game, watch the game with us. We'd love to have you join us. All right, look, check it out. Hopefully y'all all know about The Only Nation podcast with Kevlar Prom Dress, T3 Raider Facts, and myself. That episode, the new episodes come out about every Thursday. We're in the season, the middle of the season, man. We're cooking with grease, as our boy Q likes to say. So make sure you check that out. And on the line right now, I have T3 Raider Facts coming to deliver for the Raider Nation. How you doing, T3 Raider Facts?
Hey, Raider Homer. It is Chiefs week. I am raring to go, and I want to say hello to the entire Raider Nation. Here's the thing. We have a house of horrors in KC. We've had a bad stretch of time, but I'll tell you what, this is the very first time that the Raiders have suited up in KC as Las Vegas Raiders. So it's a clean slate.
Yeah, it has been rough. We are 2-14 since 2012. The last time that we swept the Chiefs was in 2012, and the only 2 victories we have versus the Chiefs since 2012 is in 2017 and 2014. Of course, both of those were fourth quarter comebacks from Derek Carr. Can we see that again today, T3?
Well, speaking of Derek Carr, he's been a little bit angry this week, and I like that anger. I like a little bit of an angry edge to Derek Carr. And I'll tell you what, the game can be won. KC can be caught in a sleeper, in a little bit of a letdown. And I will also say this, if Las Vegas can play a clean game, like they did against New England or against Buffalo, they would have won the Buffalo game. And if they had had the determination in the New England game that they had in the Buffalo game, they would have won that game as well. So we could easily be 4-0 if things had fallen the right way. Now, here are two things. We're getting a couple of guys back potentially from injury. Henry Ruggs, hopefully Trent Brown. Now, Trent Brown is not going to be game shape, obviously, but if we can get him in for at least a couple of plays and have him minimize some of the damage of that KC pass rush, that could give Derek Carr the time he needs to hit some of those players in the middle. Speaking of the middle, if we get Henry Ruggs on the outside, and if we rotate some of the receivers to go deep and really start to wind those KC cornerbacks in deep defensive backfield, that's going to open up the middle. And the middle, I think, is where we can really carve up this Chiefs team.
Yeah, with Renfro and Waller, right, working the middle, Jason Witten. Players like Witten, they got to show up today. Witten, Malik Collins, these free agents that we have that have experience, in this league, they have to show up today, don't you think?
Yeah, I do. And, Josh Jacobs is going to get fed. Gruden likes to stay with the ground game. But here's where Gruden and Olsen need to be able to change up. If you're in a fight and the puncher continues to punch you in the solar plexus, you need to be able to adjust for that. So here's what I think. If the run starts to be contained quickly, they need to be able to adjust quickly and start hitting those quick middle slants or going for a deep ball. The deep ball is something we've seen occasionally, but I don't think we've seen it enough, certainly to satisfy the Raider Nation. And you've seen where Aguilar's brought in some long passes, Renfro has, Ruggs has, and even the ones that haven't been brought in have drawn pass interference penalties. So They can still be positive plays.
Yeah. Aguilar, he's winning the trust of Derek Carr. Renfro is winning the trust of Derek Carr. I was talking earlier about Derek Carr I think he feels like his body's back. Last week he dove for that first down, running for 20 yards total. So we need more of that this week. And Josh Jacobs, if he can have a hell of a game, man, this game is definitely ours to take. I mean, I know I say every week that we're going to win, but hey, that's because I believe in my team. I try not to get too high and I try not to get too low. But I mean, this is the game that we if we win this, is this our Super Bowl for the year, or is our ceiling good? Can it go beyond that?
I'm not even looking at that. Originally, I had the game at 37-27 Kansas City, but I think it could be even closer than that. And regardless of win or loss, even if the Raiders lose and go to a 2-3 record, things are not lost. You have a bye week, you have a week to get healthy. But on the other hand, they go into Kansas City with nothing to lose. This is a time where you can just go in and let it all out, and you can potentially not only break that horrible streak in Kansas City, but emerge with a 3-2 record.
Man, this is John Gruden's game, right? He's got to get everybody pumped up, right, and ready to go and believing in themselves, huh?
Yeah, and I'll give you a wild card. Here's an unsung hero for the day. I really liked the running of Devontae Booker earlier in the season. They didn't use him that much, but they used him sparingly. But I think that if you bring him in occasionally to spell Josh Jacobs, this is something that Kansas City I don't think is prepared for. And if we can have that blocking scheme working with Trent Brown on the line, you might see some gashes early or maybe throughout the game by Devontae Booker.
Yeah, Booker, I like Booker, man. He's pretty quick to the outside too, and he can run inside. But yeah, we do need our second running back to step up and help out Josh Jacobs. That's for sure. And Booker, that's a good one. That's a good wild card to have. He can do it.
And the other wild card is someone who I think the Raiders have not used nearly as much as they could, and that's Foster Moreau. He has really been running some good routes, and the times when they've looked for him, he's been there. There's been other times where he's been open that Carr hasn't hit him with the pass. But I think Foster Moreau is another guy to look out for in today's game.
And, speaking of tight ends, Kelsey's coming back, or we're going to Kelsey's house. We need Littleton to show up. This has to be his game, right? He has to play the pass, and shut down Kelsey, right? That's a big key in my mind also.
totally agree with you. Littleton has not shown up so far, and this is the game where he can step out of the shadows, make a name for himself, maybe even get a pick, maybe two. Who knows?
Yeah. And then, of course, we got a cornerback by committee in the second cornerback position. So do you see us double teaming that position? Because, I mean, Trayvon Mullen, he's graded out as one of the best defenders in the league this year. So I don't see them always lining up Tyreek Hill. I'd like to see Mullen maybe shadow Hill. That's our best cornerback, because if not, that's a glaring hole, the other end, the number 2 cornerback spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure you see double downs on the outsides, but this is where the safeties really need to be aware and be able to cover over the top. I think Eric Harris really needs to be able to react a lot quicker than he has been. There have been times where he's been caught out in the middle of the field with nobody around him. He needs to be able to anticipate and know where to go and go straight there. The other thing is we need to make sure that we keep contained on Patrick Mahomes. We need to close that pocket. We need to decrease the amount of time he has to make a play, because we all know that the more time Patrick Mahomes has to make a play, he's going to make a play.
Yeah, they've been taking gap responsibility pass rush here the last couple of games, right, with mobile quarterbacks. But, I mean, this game, dude, we cannot let Mahomes just sit back there, because he will pick us apart if we have to get him on the ground somehow, some way, but without over pursuing like we did versus the Patriots, So that's the trick. That's the trick to this game. But if we can hold them to 3 field goals, we got a shot, man. We got a shot.
I'll go back to the first game last year, the second game of the season. Now, bear in mind it was in Oakland, but we shut that offense down during the first quarter. We had total control of that game. We were hitting Mahomes. We were flustering Mahomes. And during that first quarter, Gruden had control of the game, and the Raiders were playing the type of game they wanted. Now, if they can do that and then ramp up the intensity level and ramp up the offense, I think that could be the key toward them pulling a big win today.
Now, the Patriots, they held the Chiefs to under 30 points last week. Do you think Gunther can take a page out of the Patriots playbook, a defensive playbook, and, make those kinds of adjustments to help us keep the Chiefs under 30?
I hope so. I don't think it's likely. I think that the Chiefs will score 30 at least. I had them winning 37-27. So if the Raiders do pull the upset, I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think the Raiders will have to outscore the Chiefs rather than relying on their defense to hold it down low.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate you coming on the channel on such short notice and backing us up. Before we go, tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media.
Hey, great. Thanks so much. You can find me on Twitter at T3_sports703. I'm also on Facebook, T3 Sports Guy, YouTube. You can also catch the Raider Roots podcast. We've gone through 1974 so far, currently working on 1975. But please make sure that you tune in to the Only Nation podcast with myself, Raider Homer, and also Kevlar Prom Dress, Our Lady Heidi. So thanks. Shout out to the entire Raider Nation. You guys are awesome guys and gals, and we look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks so much, Homer.
Thank you. All right, Raider Nation. That is T3 Raider Facts. Check out his YouTube channel, T3 Sports Guy. You can always also hear him on the Only Nation podcast. Just go to theonlynationpodcast.com, and you can check out all the episodes there. We're on YouTube also. Find our page on Facebook, our group. You can find us there. We're on Twitter, The Only Nation Podcast, and Instagram, The Only Nation Pod. So, make sure y'all check that out after this show. It's about 37 minutes, a little pregame show talking about the Chiefs. And, hey, man, we have fun. We have fun on that podcast, so hopefully y'all are checking that out. All right, let's give a shout-out to the chat line. We got Antoine Anthony, Hollywood Raider. Raider Scream still in here. Oakland Raiders Savage. Raider Squid. I appreciate everybody that showed up today. Hey, it's game day, baby. Let's go get this win and shock the world. Hey, and root hard. And if we don't get this win, man, don't start bitching on social media. Don't be a crybaby. Don't start blaming any one player. Let's just stick together as a nation and stay positive, right? That's the way. Because, listen, you know how we like to end it on this show or this channel every show with the message from none other than the Violator. What message do you have for the Raider Nation here and now and into the future?
Pretty simple, brother. Raider Nation, I'm speaking to you as an ambassador. Always stay true, stay loyal, keep the beliefs, and keep the faith. We will return.